Hey guys, Mario here, and welcome back to my new and updated video of how to homebrew the Nintendo Wii. So, first of all, I'd like to say I'm not responsible for anything that happens to your Wii, which I'm pretty sure that should be apparent, but also, there are a few differences between my original video I made, and also with the fact that I don't have a Wii to hack. I'm going to try to show as many pictures as I can. I'll also have each section of this video marked out in chapters so you can skip to each part that you need in the future. And at this moment, what you'll see in the video, this was made on February 14th of 2024, so if anything updates in the future, I'll make sure to add it in the description and on the title. Yeah, anyways, first things first, if you want to start, before you even start this, you want to make sure you have the latest version of the Wii menu, which I'm pretty sure the Wii should be as far as this time, so it'll be whichever location you're at, it should be up to 4.3. Since I'm in the United States, I'll be using 4.3U, and I'll show you where to check that in a second. You'll also want to make sure your Wii, mine's the original Wii, is connected to the internet during this process. You'll also need to find the MAC address. For this process, you'll also need either at the minimum, I'd say a 16 gigabyte SD card or 16 gigabyte MicroSD card. But my recommendation is a 32 gigabyte one, at least double that size, because you'll need it in the future, and it would save the process of having to copy everything over and upgrade it. You also need to make sure that by default it should be formatted to FAT32. The way you can tell that is in File Explorer. I'll just use my flash drive for instance. For this process I'll be using Windows 11 specifically. So you could right click any or whichever your SD card is labeled and hit Properties, and then it should say File System FAT32. So ignore the fact that says that, because I'm going to use a folder I made called WSD card video for this video, since I don't have a Wii to homebrew. But anyways, FAT32. The other thing is, I know there's other methods to hacking the Wii that I've heard of, but I'm going to stick to the one that I'm used to, and the most reliable in my opinion is using an SD card. So, without further ado, first things first, let's head over to the Wii, and I'll be using Dolphin Emulator for this instance, so I'll see you guys in just a second. So, welcome to Dolphin Emulator. For this instance, even though this is just Dolphin Emulator, not my actual Wii, I'm going to still have my MAC address blurred out for obvious reasons. So, first things first, on the Wii, you'll want to go over to Wii Options, and then Wii Settings. After you first make sure that you're connected to the internet, first of all, while you're here, you could double check and make sure that your Wii is updated to the latest version. If you haven't touched your Wii in years, you might need to update it. But anyways, after you make sure it's connected to the internet, whether it be Wi-Fi or Ethernet, you'll go down to console information. So, obviously my MAC address is going to be blurred out, but basically you can, while you have your Wii opened up on your TV, I don't know why I just said like that, we're going to go over to the website called please.hackme.com, and I'll have that right here. So, obviously make sure you choose the right system menu version, or according to your region that you're from. Then you'll want to copy down your MAC address. So, I'm going to do that. So, one thing that's different from the last time, from however many years ago I made my original video, I said to uncheck this, but I learned while helping one of my friends recently hack his Wii that you do need to have bundled Hackme installer for me checked off. That way it'll help install any of the files on your Wii. It'll help Letterbomb get installed in there. And so after you do that, it doesn't matter which one of these buttons you press, but with this, you're going to go to your SD card. For my instance, I made the folder like I told you, but you'll want to go, for you'll go to this PC. If you're on Windows, you'll go to this PC, and then you'll find whatever name your SD card is. You'll save this zip file on the root of your SD card. Now, there's going to be multiple files. There's going to be multiple files in that zip folder, but for my instance, you'll only need to save 2 of them, or you can save the copies of the other files elsewhere. Now I use a program called WinRAR. It's a free program. You can use the normal, I think, zip program built into there to extract it, but for my instance, I'm going to use WinRAR. I'm going to do extract here. These options might be different, especially with the newest WinRAR, but anyways, it'll take everything out of that folder. I'm going to delete the zip file now. So with these, for me, I'm going to delete all of them and just leave this private folder, and that just has all these things that should make it run like that, and I hate that this group stuff. And then boot.elf, that will allow Letterbomb to start running in your Wii. Now, before we take this out and put it in our Wii, there's some other stuff you need to download. So here's another website we need to go to. So for this, and I'll put the links down below in this description, but to get directly here, you'll go to WiiLink24.com/guide/install. That will bring you to this new page. It's a little bit different than Reconnect 24 since Larson is letting the creators of WiiLink take over Reconnect 24, but they're still the same thing. So you'll want to go ahead and click this main green button. What this will do, it'll bring you to GitHub. And as of this moment on February 24th, version 2.0.1 is the latest version. So, and like I said before, that I'm using Windows 11. For me, I'm going to download the .exe of RC24 WiiLink Patcher Windows. So, you don't want to save this on the SD card because you'll run it on your computer. So, what I'm going to do, no wait, darn it. Okay, ignore that. I'm going to make another folder. We'll just call it V stuff. Anywhere, it could be on your desktop. So that might be the easiest way for you, is just saving these files on your desktop and then copying it to the SD card. So I'm going to download that. Once it's downloaded, you can go ahead and open up the program. It should open up either the command prompt, or there's a power or something, PowerShell or terminal. Basically the built-in program for Windows. So what this does, go back for a minute, what this will do now is, first of all, welcome to the patcher. So for this one, I would recommend using the Express install setup. So you'll want to choose 1, and it automatically goes to the next screen. So for this one, we're going to choose the region. I'm living in North America, so I'm going to choose 1. Would you like to install WiiLink's regional channel services? I mean, for me, I don't really care about those, so I'm going to do no. You could choose yes if you want. Which Wii version are you installing to? I mean, technically, the Wii, I could do it on Dolphin Emulator if it works, but I'm going to choose 1. So insert an SD card or USB drive. If you don't have it plugged in at this process, you could just save it to a folder. So I'm going to have it go to a folder. So in this case, Download everything directly to your Wii SD card. If you insert it before starting the patch, you press. Otherwise, everything will be saved in the same folder as this patch on your computer. Okay. So, let's pretend the folder I made is an SD card. So I'm going to choose 2 to manually select SD card. Never mind. I will type that. So we're going to do start without an SD card. So the new folder you just saw me make, it's going to put all these files in there. But normally you'll want to choose, if you have the SD card plugged in, go ahead and choose manually select the SD card. That way it'll go ahead and put all your files over there. So it's already downloading the channels that came on the Wii, and they're going to patch them so they'll work with the Reconnect 24/Wii Link services again. So let's wait for a minute until all of these are done. Then we'll check that folder, and then I'll show you guys how to copy them over. So instead of pausing it, I'm going to leave this on here so you guys know how long it takes. So, and I honestly did not see that that was a percentage going up every time it does that. So we'll wait. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to update you guys on about this process. There are some other things that I'll need to make double sure whether we download beforehand or after. But you'll need to, eventually later in this process, you'll need to install Preloader and or Boot Me. But we'll get to those in just a minute. So now that says that, we're going to, I'm going to exit the program since I know where it's at. So now that that's done, it went ahead and made a folder on here. So I called it Wii Stuff. So it made 2 folders called Apps and WAD. What you'll do is you'll go ahead and copy. So copy those 2 folders. You'll go back over to your SD card and then paste. So now what you should have on your SD card is a apps folder. I don't know what any globe changer is, but mail patcher. So anytime Reconnect 24 or Wii Link sends out updates and all that stuff, you'll be able to get that on Wii Mail. And then something that we can patch the iOS on the Wii that runs the games and all that stuff. This new one I like is called Yet Another Wii Mod Manager. I forgot exactly what it's called, but Yummy. So other than that, you should have another folder called Private that Wii SD cards automatically have, and then a WAD folder. This has all the channels on here that we're going to region select that we're going to patch on the Wii. So besides region select and Wii Link, I've never heard of those 2 yet. That must be new recently. But other than that, you'll see all of these on here. So we're going to, let me double check some, so I'll be right back. Okay, so one more thing you'll want to download and put on your SD card is a program, another app that'll go in the apps folder called Preloader. What this does, and I'll put the link to this down in the description below too. What this does is, it's something, whenever you first turn on your Wii, it's something that boots up before it shows the Wii menu. Link to this, all you'll do is over here under links, you'll go to download. Download queued. Okay, ready for download. So with this, what you'll do is you'll go ahead and go to apps. You go to your no, I'm sorry, you make sure you choose your SD card, and you'll go to apps. Then you can just save the zip file here, and we'll extract that zip folder again. So let's go back here. Go back to this SD card, and just making sure it inside of it. Yeah. So there's gonna be 2 files in there. All we'll need is just the. Oh no! Hold on, I take that back. Sorry about that. Okay, so actually, download the preloader folder in whatever folder you made before to save all the stuff, like where we had the patcher file earlier. So, actually, ignore that I just did this. So pretend I saved it over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to extract it to a folder called preloader. Right here, all we'll need, I'm going to go into that apps folder, preloader folder, then apps folder, copy preloader, and then I'm going to go to my SD card, the apps folder, and paste. So now we should have 4 folders, ignoring the fact that I don't know what any globe changer means. So I believe at this point you can go ahead and eject it, and I'll meet you guys over at the Wii. Okay, so first things first, before you start hacking, make sure you go to the Wii options and Wii settings and make sure you have the correct date and time set. Otherwise, I don't believe it's going to work properly. After you do that, since you did the letter bomb, whenever you go, or not Wii Mail, not Wii Message Board, whenever you go down here, letter bomb will show up usually the day before. So as I was saying, whenever you go to the Wii message board, letter bomb will usually show up the day before. Anyways, you'll just keep scrolling backwards until you see a red envelope with the bomb in it. You'll click on that, and since obviously I can't really show it again, these are the pictures you should see. So as soon as you click on that, it'll show code that says save Zilla clean environment, and if everything went well, including the HackMe installer files are on there, then it should say done, valid ELF image detected. And then soon after that, you should have another image that'll show up. It might take a little bit for this for the bomb to show up, but it'll say it's not being sold, neither alone nor as part of a bundle if you pay, And then once it gives you permission to press the 1 button or the A button, whichever one it was on the Wii remote, you'll come to something that says HackMe installer. Anyways, you'll go ahead and hit continue. You'll go ahead and install the Homebrew Channel. I don't remember how fast it is. I think it was pretty fast. After that's done, or you'll hit yes, continue. Success, however long it takes, you'll hit continue again. Now BootMe. BootMe is something that you can use to back up what we call the NAND, N-A-N-D. Like you back up the whole NAND of your Wii in case it gets bricked. I don't think it's possible for them to get bricked at this point in time now, but if you want to take that precaution, then you'll definitely want to make sure you have a whole lot bigger of a SD card, bigger than 32 gigabytes. I never used BootMe on my Wii, because I'm not making heavy modifications to mine. So you could choose whether or not to do that. I highly recommend you make a backup of your Wii using BootMe. But if you don't want to, then you can go ahead and continue to the next step. So, after you do that, it will not return back there. You hit exit, and then it should return back to the home menu on the Wii. So you should come back here after it's all done. Now let me double check my steps to make sure I'm telling you right. I feel like I can't get it to lock in place. Hey guys, so I'm going to have to show you guys this one on the Wii, and I'll try to make it as visible as I can, and I hope I remember to flip the video around. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and head over to the Homebrew channel. Well, if I can get it. Give me a second. So, this is what you guys should actually see this time when using the new mod manager. I also keep forgetting there's infrared lights. So, ignore the fact that there's two yet another mod managers on here. So the one we're looking for is version 1.0.1, and this is what we'll do to install those modified channels that downloaded. So we'll go ahead and go to load. At this point, I forgot to mention you should see the Homebrew channel installed on your Wii menu at that point. And you shouldn't have as many apps on the Homebrew channel as I do yet. So once we get that loaded up, so it'll say whatever iOS version, most likely it'll say iOS 58, version 6176, system menu, I don't know what AHB access means, but yes on mine. Ignore the fact that it says preloaders installed, because that's what I want to show you guys what it looks like, but you'll go ahead and install it in this process. So I'm going to choose the BSD slide and hit A if it's on there. If it isn't, then put in the SD card and hit 1 and it'll remount it. So now it's going to show the root menu of your SD card. So we're going to look for the folder called WAD, W-A-D. So your WAD file is going to be different than mine. I'm going to go to a different folder. So if I remember right, okay, well I saved that. Was it December there? Okay, so we'll pretend that I have all the channels that you installed onto your SD card. So if I remember, you'll hit the plus button beside each one that you're wanting to install. You can go and choose all of them, or just choose a few of them at a time, in case you don't have enough space on your Wii menu. But what you can do, after you hit plus on whichever ones you want, you hit A, and it'll start installing them one by one. Once it's done, you can exit out of the mod manager and go back to the home menu. And I believe that includes preloader, but let me double check that I'm right on that part. So if we go to, yes, okay. So whenever you press the home button, once you're done, it'll bring you back to the Homebrew channel. And then after that, before you exit out there, so actually you won't install preloader on there. You'll exit out of here. Once you get back on the Homebrew channel, you'll look for a folder that says preloader. So it'll be this one right here, preloader by Daco Taco. So you'll go ahead and go to load. I'll show this screen. Please wait while we initialize. I've already got it installed. This also helps remove it, so other than that, you'll hit A or the plus button to install it or update it. After that, and once it's done doing that, you can hit home. It'll go back to the Homebrew channel. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to restart the Wii so I can show you how preloader works. Okay, so once you get back here, I want to flip this around so you guys can see it. So, give me 1 second. Okay, so once you get back here, you can go ahead and hit shut down from the Homebrew channel. At this point, whenever you turn on the Wii, you're gonna hold down the reset button. The only time you need to do this is if you need to access preloader, but you'll press the power button and then hold down reset until you get this screen. So at this point, preloader should say on the bottom that's on version 0.10.0. you'll have this menu. So here's a few things you can do. So you go down to System Hacks. So it's kind of hard to see, but it's highlighted in yellow. So what I've enabled, and you can disable and enable whatever you want. I have Auto Press A at Health Screen. Move Disk Channel, even though I don't move it. You can probably enable Wii Mumify Patch version 4. I've already got a patch on there, so I don't have it enabled. From another thing I saw, somebody said to make sure you enable 480p graphics fix in the system menu. And then another one I would suggest is remove no copy save file protection, especially if you like playing Mario Kart Wii and you want to copy your save files, since I know they don't allow that. There is more if you keep scrolling down, which I have not messed with any of those apparently, but you can choose whatever settings you want. When you hit save, bring back here. At this point, you can go ahead and go back up towards the system menu. And yeah, like I said, there's other options in here, but you could have it boot something else other than the system menu, but that's where I have mine going. So, hey. Anyways, other than that, I believe that should be it, and you've got the Homebrew channel. You got the Homebrew channel successfully installed. Now I hit system menu. I don't know why it's not doing that. Imagine that it shows the system menu now. I don't know why it's taking a second for it to initialize. So you shouldn't have to do what I'm doing right now. Yeah, other than that, just to show you, that actually does work. So yeah, and that is how you install the Homebrew channel on your Wii. Now, if you have any other questions, you can ask me, but I would definitely say your best bet would be going to WiiLink.com or WiiLink24.com, or go to the Reconnect24/WiiLink Discord server, which I'll leave links down in the description below. I can try to answer as many questions as you have, but if I can't answer anything, I'll just refer you to go to their support page on their Discord. If you don't have a Discord account, it's really easy to make, if I remember right. Yeah, other than that, there should also be at least 2 more videos in the making for you guys to check out. I'll make sure to have cards and have them in a playlist on the end screen of all the other videos I'm planning on making. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, hit the like button. Lets me know that I need to make more videos like this more often. And if you aren't already, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button, where you see the little rainbow colors going around, which I like that idea that they added. And hit the bell icon, because I know it's been a while since I made a video, and I am so sorry. I'll make an explanation video for that. And then you'll also get notifications when I do live streams, especially on March 10th every year. Other than that, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Bye.